Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit Lions fans. Let's get to the news. Now folks, today we're diving deep into a move that's been making waves across the NFL landscape, especially among Lions fans. It's a story that might just reshape the backup quarterback situation for Detroit in the upcoming season. And trust me, if you're a Lions supporter, this is something you don't want to miss. The team has made a significant signing, and it's none other than Carson Wentz. Yes, you heard that right. The Lions are bringing in Wentz, a veteran with a roller coaster career, but still a player with plenty to offer. And this move could be exactly what Detroit needs to solidify their depth at the most critical position on the field. Let's back up a bit and set the scene. The Detroit Lions, coming off a season that saw them making real noise in the NFC, have been ambitious about closing that gap and finally making a splash in the postseason. They've been building a team with a solid core, Jared Goff leading the charge with his impressive 2024 campaign, which saw him completing over 66% of his passes and throwing for more than 700 yards and 32 touchdowns. Goff has proven that he can be a franchise quarterback, and the Lions have surrounded him with talent on both sides of the ball. But as every NFL team knows, the season can hinge on the backup quarterback. If Goff gets injured or needs a spell, the Lions need someone reliable to step in and keep the momentum going. That's been a lingering concern for Detroit, especially after last season's preseason struggles. During the recent NFL Hall of Fame game, the Lions had a sobering experience that highlighted just how urgent their backup quarterback situation is. In that game, they faced the Los Angeles Chargers, and it was a tough outing for Detroit. The final score was 34-7 in favor of the Chargers, and it wasn't just the result that stood out. It was the performance of their backups, Kyle Allen and Hendon Hooker, that really raised eyebrows. Neither of these quarterbacks managed to throw a touchdown in the game, and the struggles were evident. Allen threw 2 interceptions, while Hooker threw 1. These aren't small details, folks. When you're trying to build a team aiming for the Super Bowl, having competent backups who can come in and perform under pressure is vital. And if you're a Lions fan, you're probably thinking, well, what's the plan? Who can step up if Goff gets hurt? That's where Carson Wentz enters the picture. The Lions are reportedly considering signing him, and it makes a lot of sense when you look at his background. Wentz, a former starting quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, has been through a lot in his NFL journey, but he's still a capable player who can step into a starting or backup role with confidence. He's been an NFL MVP candidate, has started in 94 games over 9 seasons, and has thrown for more than 0 yards and 153 touchdowns. Sure, his career has had its ups and downs, but Wentz's experience and talent are undeniable. He's played for several teams: the Eagles, Indianapolis Colts, Washington Commanders, and most recently the Los Angeles Rams and Kansas City Chiefs. That's a lot of team changes, but it also means he's gained a wealth of experience working under different offensive systems and coaching styles. And let's not forget, Wentz recently spent a season sitting behind Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City, learning from one of the best offensive minds in the game, Andy Reid. Before that, he spent time with Sean McVay in Los Angeles, soaking up knowledge from another offensive guru. This kind of experience, especially sitting behind Mahomes, is invaluable. It's not just about throwing passes, it's about understanding the game at a deeper level, reading defenses, and executing under pressure. For the Lions, bringing in Wentz could be a game changer. They're not just adding a guy with NFL experience, they're adding a player who can come in and potentially provide stability, leadership, and a spark when needed. Now, some might wonder, why Wentz? Well, despite his career taking some twists and turns, he still has the ability to start when called upon. He's not the same player he was during his MVP-caliber season, but he's still a quarterback with starting capabilities. And in the NFL, having a veteran presence who's been through the highs and lows can be a tremendous asset for a team like Detroit that's aiming high. The Lions are at a pivotal point in their development. They have a talented roster, a solid coaching staff led by Dan Campbell, and an eager fan base hungry for playoff success. Securing a reliable backup like Wentz could be the piece that keeps their season on track, even if adversity strikes. Looking ahead to the upcoming season, the Lions' schedule is no joke. They'll face tough divisional rivals, including the Green Bay Packers, Minnesota Vikings, and Chicago Bears, all of whom are looking to challenge Detroit's supremacy in the NFC North. The division itself has become increasingly competitive, and with teams like the Vikings making aggressive moves, the Lions need to be prepared for every possible scenario. That's why adding a player like Carson Wentz makes a lot of sense. He's someone who can step in if Goff faces an injury, or even serve as a strong mentor for a young quarterback like Hendon Hooker, should he develop into a reliable option in the future. Speaking of Hendon Hooker, he's been a player to watch during training camp. Drafted in the 3rd round, Hooker is seen as a developmental prospect with a lot of upside due to his arm strength and athleticism. But he's still raw, and the Lions know that. Having an experienced quarterback like Wentz around could be incredibly beneficial for Hooker's growth, providing guidance and stability during the crucial early stages of his NFL career. Meanwhile, Kyle Allen, who's been in the league for a few years now, also needs a reliable veteran presence to push him and help him improve. As we approach the regular season, every Lions fan knows that every game will count. The team has made significant strides, and the addition of Wentz could be the difference between a playoff appearance and an early exit. It's about depth, experience, and resilience. The Lions are already a team on the rise, but that last piece, someone who can come in and perform under pressure, can elevate them even further. Wentz's familiarity with NFL defenses, his ability to read the game, and his past leadership make him a smart addition. It's not just about winning games, it's about winning when it matters most, especially in the high-stakes environment of the NFL playoffs. And let's be honest, Detroit fans, you've seen your team grow so much over the past few years. From the early struggles to the competitive spirit they've shown under Dan Campbell, the Lions are building something special. The addition of a seasoned quarterback like Carson Wentz could be the final piece to push them over the top. Imagine a scenario where Goff, healthy and confident, leads the team, but behind him, Wentz provides a safety net, ready to step in seamlessly if needed. That kind of stability can make all the difference in tight games, especially in the postseason. So, as we keep a close eye on how this signing unfolds, remember that it's not just about adding another name to the roster. It's about strategic depth, leadership, and making sure that Detroit is prepared for every challenge that lies ahead. The NFC North is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in recent memory, and the Lions are positioning themselves to be at the forefront. With this move, they're signaling that they're serious about contending, about winning at the highest level, and about finally bringing a Super Bowl trophy back to Detroit. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this move? Are you excited about Carson Wentz joining the team? Do you believe he can be that reliable backup or even push Jared Goff if needed? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Lions. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news. We're in an exciting time, and the future looks bright for this team. The Lions are on the rise, and with moves like this, they're showing they're serious about competing at the highest level. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you in the next video.